They call me picky. They made fun of my white girl afro and threw pencils at my head. They made my life miserable. They used to be my best friends. This is a story about standing up for yourself. If you do, things are supposed to get better, right? Well, for me, they only got worse. They got to the point that life felt unlivable. Siami, Lily, and I had been best friends since we were 4. We did everything together. Rode the bus, sat next to each other at lunch, hung out after school. When year 8 started after a long summer apart, I was really looking forward to seeing them. It started with a few snarky comments during recess. "That's not how you make a daisy chain, dummy." "You look like you have a Brillo pad on your head." They used to tell me they were jealous of my curly hair. Now suddenly it bothered them? I tried to laugh it off. I told myself they're just playing around. But as the year continued, school lunches with them just got worse. "If your mom let you wear that to school, what's your dog gonna wear?" "How much ice cream are you gonna eat? Save some for the rest of the school." I asked them if something had changed since last year, if I was doing something wrong. They said, "Yeah, you're still you." I tried not to let it bother me, but then the abuse turned physical. They threw pencils at my head to see if they'd disappear into my hair, and when that didn't work, they found other things to throw. Eggs, mashed potatoes, guacamole. I'd had enough. I did the right thing, the mature thing. I told Sammy and Lily that I really appreciated their friendship and all we had done together, but I didn't like who they were becoming, and I couldn't be friends with them. I stood up and walked away. It started off with rumors. I'd see Sammy and Lily whispering to other kids, telling them stuff about me. Now it wasn't just my 2 best friends. Everyone at school started to look at me differently. Then came the insults. "Donut bumper," "les-tard," "trans man." Some of them didn't even make sense. But the more things the bully said to me, the more I started to believe them. People I didn't even know started fights with me, pushed me off my stool in science class, ripped my towel off in the locker room. After school, instead of getting onto the bus with everyone, I decided to walk home in the rain by myself. It was peaceful and quiet. So quiet, I didn't hear the bike coming. I felt a hard shove and went straight into the ground. I fell into a muddy puddle that covered the hard pavement and was covered in dirt, blood, and tears. Jeff stopped and said one line, "Just kill yourself." I ran home and locked myself in my room. I was filled with anger, trying to punch a hole right through the wall, but I couldn't even put a dent in it. I was such a wimp. My hands started to throb. I needed some relief, and I found it in my mom and dad's liquor cabinet. I sat in my room, drinking the pain away. I wish I could say that this is the point in the story where I got help, where things got better, but they didn't. I had tried walking away once before, and it only made things worse. It went on for 3 years. The verbal attacks, physical attacks, each thing slowly killing my soul each time. But I knew where I could find peace and comfort. I grabbed all the liquor I could find, all the prescription bottles I could find, and went straight to my room and closed the door. I wanted to hear nothing but silence. I wanted to feel my body drift away. For some reason, my dad came home early, and almost like he sensed something was wrong. He saw what I was about to do and stopped me. I expected him to be mad, but he just sat on the corner of the bed and said, "Tell me what happened." I told him everything. I pulled out my phone and showed him the hate sites the kids at school made. I showed them the notes they handed me in class, the pictures they had drawn of me. "Do you really think that's you in the picture?" he asked. "Of course," I said. He pulled me in close and gave me the longest hug. I never wanted him to let go. My dad cleaned up my face and told me to grab my jacket. I didn't know where he was driving me. I just remember I felt safer inside his car. We pulled up in front of Priscilla's Jewelers. I was confused. I didn't even have my ears pierced. When we stepped inside, he said, "Pick anything." I looked around and pointed to a green and gold cluster necklace. "Do you think it's beautiful?" he said. "Yes, I think it's lovely." "Well, I don't," he said. I was shocked. "Was this a trick?" He continued. "That necklace is like you. Some people might rave about how beautiful it is and wear it all the time. Others may not give it a second look. Some may even call it ugly. That necklace is different to everyone. He put his hand on my shoulder. Not everyone is going to like you, but those that do will love and treasure you like I know you'll treasure this necklace. He signaled for the salesman to ring it up. I don't even think he looked at the price. I felt understood, and I felt like things were about to get better. I almost felt excited to go back to school. But when I came down for breakfast, my mom was as red as I'd ever seen her. Your mom doesn't think you should go to school today. My mom picked up the phone. Are you calling them? I said. What are you going to say? You'll only make it worse. But she wasn't calling the school. She was calling the police. The police officer made me tell him everything, relive every brutal moment. It felt like I was experiencing the whole thing again. My mom banned me from using the internet because there were still hate messages online, and banned me from talking to anyone from school. I was sheltered. Just me and my necklace, which I wondered if anyone really loved but me. When I finally returned to school, there were people missing. Jeff got expelled, and a few other kids were suspended. Sammy and Lily were still there, but they didn't bother me. In fact, they barely even looked at me. I found out that they were all warned not to harm me or harass me, or else the police would be involved again. I was given a pass so I could leave school 20 minutes early to get home safely. As the school year went on, I'd still hear the occasional comment, but they gradually stopped bothering me. Whenever someone said something, I'd just rub my necklace and remember that as long as I love this necklace, myself, then that's all that mattered. The thing I was happiest about was that I liked myself again. I felt safe from bullies, but also safe being myself. I know many of you may say not everyone can get a necklace like I was given, but it's not about that. It's about what you cherish most, and that should always be yourself. I was bullied for features that are not common, and to many, it may be considered ugly. But to me, and anyone wanting to see the beauty in all things worth seeing as beautiful, it's far from ugly. So remember, someone might think something is ugly, but that doesn't mean you should ever believe that.